everybody. Yes, it is the beginner content, class number 121. And if you can't see me, well, that's all right. You can always tune in through the radio. And we seem to be having some technical difficulties with our stream today. Technical difficulties, everybody. But you can always enjoy the show on Vaughan Radio, 100.4 FM in Madrid, and, of course, through vaughanradio.com. But we'll begin with our content for class number 121. I can get you something from the shop if you like. So here we have the verb to get, which is, I used to have a radio show called The Verb Circus, Los Verbos Esenciales del Inglés, and we talked about the verb to get being the king of the verbs, right? El rey de los verbos. And so the verb to get, the first and most basic use of the verb to get is conseguir or obtener, to get. So you have to, you have to get, which can be to receive, which can be passive, like to get an email. Yesterday I got, even though it was Sunday, I still got several emails yesterday. Now receive, I received the email, so that's passive. And then you have obtain, obtener, to obtain, which is to get something usually through working for something. You have to, if you study, you can obtain your degree. You can obtain a license. To get a license. So we would most commonly use the verb to get in these cases, to get your license, to get a degree, to get a contract, to get a new job, earning it in these cases, right? But here, I can get you something. It's like, this in the sense of conseguir. I can get you something from the shop if you like. Si te apetece, si te interesa, si quieres algo. Si quieres, if you want something, if you like. If you like, or really, if you would like. Si te gustaría, if you would like. I can get you something from the shop if you'd like. And that's our first sentence. I can get you something from the shop if you would like. Or here the example, it just says, if you like. But really, we could use, this should be the first conditional. Sorry, the second conditional. If you'd like, I can get you something now if you'd like. I can go there if you want. I can do it if you're interested. So it kind of gives us an opportunity to practice with the conditionals. The future conditional, where will you go if you don't stay here? ¿A dónde irás si no te quedas aquí? Where will you go if you don't stay here? ¿Quién lo hará si tú no lo haces? Who will do it? Who'll do, and we can contract that to who'll. Who'll do it if you don't? Who'll do it if you don't? Si tú no lo haces, ¿quién lo hará? If you don't do it, who will? If you don't do it, who will? ¿Quién será mi profesor si tú no lo eres? Who will be my teacher if you aren't? Si tú no lo eres, if you aren't. Le hablaré si me dejan. I'll talk to him if they let me. I'll talk to him si me dejan, if they let me. If they let me talk to him. So that's the first conditional. And then the second conditional, the present conditional. I talked about this last week with, it was on a different program. I was doing a morning program last Monday, and I talked about the second conditional. Lo haría si pudiera. I would do it if I could. Lo haría si pudiera. I do it if I could. Te ayudaría si tuvieras suficiente dinero. I would help you if I had enough money. Si tuviera suficiente. And if I had enough money. Ganaría más dinero si supiera inglés. I'd earn more money if I knew English. ¿Qué harías si eso pasara? What would you do if that happened? Si eso pasara. Saldríamos si no estuviera lloviendo. We would go out if it weren't raining. Si no estuviera lloviendo. Yo que tú no lo haría. If I were you, I wouldn't do it. Yo que tú no lo haría. If I were you, I wouldn't do it. Another thing to remember in the second conditional, we don't say if I was you. We say if I were you. If I were a rich man. Yo que tú, yo en tu lugar. If I were you, I wouldn't do it. Okay? The second conditional. And then we have the third conditional. Commonly, or I call it the past conditional. Si lo hubieras visto, te habrías dado cuenta. If you had seen him, you would have, te habrías dado cuenta, you would have realized. Si me lo hubieran enviado, lo habría corregido. If they had sent it to me, I would have corrected it. Si hubiera habido fiesta, ellos no habrían ido. If there had been a party, I wouldn't have gone. If you want something from the shop, I can get it. Or I can get you something. Or I will get you something in the future. So the future conditional. If you want something from the shop, I'll get it. I can get you something from the shop if you want something. If you would like something. Okay, and that's our first sentence. I can get you from the shop if you'd like. Okay, actually in the course it says if you like, but if you would like would be perfect as well. Okay, so that is our beginner content. Let's push forward with today's intermediate level.
Nivel intermedio.
Intermediate, everybody. That's right. The intermediate content. Here we go. And we've got an interesting sentence. Is he wearing the same shirt as he wore yesterday? And the day before yesterday? Is he wearing, lleva puesto, is he wearing the same shirt? La misma camisa. Right? Is he wearing the same shirt as yesterday? Is he wearing the same shirt he wore, que llevó ayer? Is he wearing the same shirt he wore yesterday and the day before yesterday? So today is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. And the day before yesterday was Saturday. Today is Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday. And the day after tomorrow is Wednesday. Right? So is he wearing the same shirt he wore yesterday and the day before yesterday? It's an interesting structure. Llevar puesto, to wear. What is he wearing? We often say to be wearing. What is he wearing? I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. I usually wear a long sleeve shirt, but today I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt. And we have people writing in on YouTube. I didn't realize that the signal is working. We've been on YouTube for the last 10 minutes. I thought the signal was broken, but we're live, everybody. We are live on YouTube. You can join the fun in our chat on YouTube, Inglés Online TVE. Valentina says, it's okay now. Hey, bro, nice to see you again, says Dudonel. Belen says, hello, folks. Good evening. Chema says, hi, everybody. It's better late than never. How do you say this in English? Yes, más vale tarde que nunca. That's true. Better late than never. Better late than never. Belen says, are you tired, Kyle? You've been on the radio all day. It must be tired at some point, although I bet you like your work. Yes, I do. So it must be tiring. That's true. I've been on the radio. This is the third show I've done today, in fact. I did the Drive Time show in this show, and I did another show called Summer Fun this morning at 10:30. Dudinel says, hello, Ben, and I think Kyle is full of beans. All right. Yeah, full of beans. So it's like full of energy, full of life, and interested in doing things. Okay. Dudino says, yes, Belen. Dudino says, yes, he's young, healthy, and full of energy. Well, thank you, Belen. I thank you. I appreciate you thinking that, at least. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head, says Dudino. Yes, it looks, Kyle looks very casual in his clothes today. He's in casual clothes. As a Canadian, the weather must be tough for him. Well, it's warm. It is hot here in Madrid. As I speak, I'm sitting in Madrid, and as Belen says, it's boiling. The temperature is above 37 degrees. 37 en la calle. Juanjo, 37 degrees outside. Now, Valentino says to wear and to put on clothes. Is there any difference? Yes. Ponerse ropa y llevar ropa. I'm wearing a shirt. I'm wearing this shirt because I put it on this morning. I put this shirt on, and I've been wearing it ever since I put it on. So to wear, llevar puesto. Poner la ropa, ponerse. To put on the clothes. That's my best answer to your question, Valentino, who writes in from Haiti. And he said, Madrid should be a freezer. Compared to Haiti, it's sweltering. Well, it's not a freezer in Madrid, I'll tell you that. It's a hot one. How's the weather in Haiti, Valentino? Is it hotter than Madrid? Apparently, it's 37 degrees, 37 grados, aquí, in Madrid. Anyway, for those of you who are just connecting from home, this was a program called Inglés Online, TVE, and it's online because you can join us on YouTube. Go to YouTube and you go to Inglés Online TVE, and you can find the stream, and you can watch the show, and you can participate in the chat. In el chat, you can mándame tus preguntas, tus dudas en el chat. Any questions you may have, send them in. No cuesta nada. But if you want more content and you want more, if you want more content, you can go to Curso de Inglés Online TVE. That's the website. Curso de Inglés Online TVE, and you can find all of the content from today's show and all the content from the radio, from the TV programs that air on Channel 2 and La Dos. And you can find them with a teacher to help you at your convenience, at your pace, a tu ritmo. Right? In this very didactic and very complete course, Curso de Inglés Online TVE. And today we have a special discount, half price. A mitad de precio today. Curso de Inglés Online TVE. Curso de Inglés Online TVE.com is the channel, is the website, if you want to take advantage. Find out about that detail and take that deal. Esa oferta, that deal, and take advantage. Yolanda says, multitasking is not a man's game. Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Multitasking. That's true. It's not my specialty. Anyway, our intermediate sentence, is he wearing the same shirt as he wore yesterday and the day before? So he wore the same shirt yesterday, Sunday, and the day before. Y el día anterior. In this case, Saturday. So, llevar puesto, to wear. Wear. Okay. Chema says, don't say anything about the weather. I live in Córdoba. It's the hottest city in Spain, and I'm not complaining. Well, it's true. What's the weather there, Chema? How hot is it in Córdoba? If it's 37 in Madrid, my gosh. All right. Let's push forward, everybody, with today's advanced content.
Nivel avanzado.
Advanced. I'd rather you avoided going into detail about what happened. Preferiría que. I'd rather, preferiría que. that you avoid. Evitar, to avoid. Avoid. Yeah, I'd rather you avoided. In the past, right? Avoid. Every day I avoid. Yesterday I avoided. I would rather, preferiría. I'd rather you avoided going into detail. Entrar en detalle, no? To go into detail, to explain everything, to go into detail. I'd rather you avoided going into detail about what happened, sobre lo que pasó. I'd rather you avoided going into detail about what happened, sobre lo que pasó. So yeah, we have the expression to go into detail. And the verb to avoid, evitar algo, going into detail about what happened, sobre lo que pasó. What happened? ¿Qué pasó? Hey, what happened? Do you know what happened? Yes, I know what happened, but I'd rather avoid going into detail about what happened. Okay, that's our sentence. That's our advanced sentence. I don't think it was that hard. So I want to give you a little challenge. Un pequeño reto. Right, a little challenge today with a few. Let's practice a few phrasal verbs. Everybody likes phrasal verbs, right? Before we do, we have people writing in talking about the weather for the most part. Chema says, I want to be inside. I want to be inside the oven because it's probably colder than outside. Ooh. So it's pretty warm in Cordoba. He says, let's go to Canada with Kyle. The weather is nicer. It probably is, yes. And Valentina says, that's Spain. In the winter, it snows sometimes in Spain, whereas in Haiti, you can only see this word in books. That's true. Yeah, I suppose Haiti, you don't have clearly marked seasons. You have maybe a fairly narrow range of temperatures. All right. Belen says, why can't you say, I'd rather you avoid going to? Yeah, I'd rather you avoid. I'd rather you avoided going into detail. I would rather, prefería. I'd rather you avoid. You can say that as well. That's fine. Okay. Let's take a look at a few expressions here. ¿Quién le reemplazó? ¿Quién le reemplazó? Who took over for him? So to take over for someone, to replace someone. ¿Quién le reemplazó? Who took over for him? So this morning, I took over, I filled in for Alberto Alonso, my colleague Alberto Alonso. I filled in for him because Alberto's been out. He's been off work. He had an injury. He's recovering. He'll be back soon. But for a while, he will be away. So today, I took over for him. I filled in for him. We also have the phrasal verb to take on. To take on new responsibilities. To take on new tasks. To take on a lot of responsibility. Or responsibilities. To assume. So I'm taking on the job of, I took on this show months ago. I took on the task of hosting this show. I like taking on new responsibilities. So there's another phrasal verb, to take on. To take over for is to assume responsibilities for someone else. So this morning I took over for Alberto Alonso because he's away. So I took over for him. Cuando despegó el avión. Another phrasal verb with take. Cuando despegó el avión. When did the plane take off? When did the plane take off? Here's another one. You got to know this one. I've talked about it several times in the last week. Me encontré con Juan el otro día. Casualmente, ¿vale? Me encontré con Juan el otro día. I ran into Juan. I ran into John the other day. El otro día. Tropecé con él. Me encontré casualmente con él. I ran into John the other day. Choqué contra un árbol. I ran into a tree. Chocarse, another use of the phrasal verb to run into. I was down on Gran Via and I ran into Juanjo. I wasn't expecting to see him, but I ran into him down on Gran Via. Also, I ran into a tree. Choqué contra un árbol. I ran into a tree. So we have, a few different, totally different uses of the phrasal verb. To physically tropezar con algo, chocar contra algo, to run into something. But to run into someone is to find someone or to see someone without looking for them. I ran into Alberto the other day. I ran into Juanjo while I was down on Gran Via. Or I was driving, when I was first learning how to drive a car, I ran into a tree. Not the trunk of the tree, not the hard part. I didn't do any damage, but I ran into a tree just a little bit. Luckily, I didn't do any damage. Okay, Beatrice says, I find the review of programs the most interesting, even more than the course itself. Well, thank you very much, Beatrice. I'm glad you enjoy this show. Valentina says, yeah, in July and August, it's even hotter than now. So people are talking about the weather. Valentino says it's 39 degrees in Haiti right now. My gosh. Haiti is one of the hottest places in the world. Now he says, be careful, because he says it's one of the hotter, he said, places. But no, one of the hottest. One of the. You're going to use the superlative. One of the hottest places. It's one of the hottest places in the world right now. Okay, so there you have it, our final sentence. I'd rather you avoided going into detail about what happened. That's our advanced sentence. We're out of time. That's what the music says. We're out of time, so we are going to finish there. I want to thank you for listening and watching. For those of you who connected with class number 121, the course is Inglés Online TVE. You can get more information at www.cursodeinglesontve.com. Curso de Inglés Online TVE.com for more information and to sign up and to take advantage of a deal. 50% off today. Great price. All right, thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Estás escuchando Vaughan Radio.
Echo de menos esas clases por teléfono. Echo de menos esas tardes de clases en grupo. Echo de menos esas risas cuando nos equivocamos o pronunciamos mal. Echo de menos el repeat again, o el ask me, o el tell her to tell him to ask me. Sabes que me vas a echar de menos, que luego te arrepentirás. Entonces, ¿por qué me abandonas?
Este verano no abandones tu inglés y es por eso que queremos ponértelo muy fácil, ofreciéndote grandes descuentos en los cursos y programas con el método Vaughan que más demanda tienen en verano. Entra en grupovaughan.com o llama al 911-335831.
Los cursos intensivos de verano de Vaughan